Good evening. Okay, so it is, let me tell you the date. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, um, June 2nd, 2021. I was on my way home, coming from Grand Central, where that's where I get my acupuncture. Um, I have a friend who used to do the clinic at Housing Works. So he used to be, I guess he used to be rehearsing on us, but 5 years later, and he's still giving me acupuncture for free. So I take it. I take it. Sometimes I don't ask him what, I try not to come out with whatever they call it, like a clinical case or something, try to just go in and he just do whatever points. I'm the most, I think I'm worried is about my kidneys. That's the scary part. Now that we have been bombarded, and we don't even know it. We don't even know it, I have heard of cases of perfectly healthy people and their kidneys just shut down. As a matter of fact, I used to date somebody who used to work in one of these kidney centers, and he told me it's not that uncommon. Even if people that are not drinking soda, not doing, stuff that we are not supposed to do, you still can get kidney failure. Call it kidney failure, and supposedly, obviously, they're gonna tell you it's phenomenal, unexplained, obviously, but I just feel like it's little by little by little, from the heavy metals in the sky they spray us with, to, of course, the water. I'm like, I still can't believe how many people, they just drink tap water, just straight out from the faucet, without letting it flush. I let it flush for like 3 minutes. I'm like, I'm sorry. So I try to collect a lot of water. I have a filter, which I know filters, they don't do much. So I try to pile up a lot of water in big jars and stuff. So, but most people, they just drink it from, and I mean, of course, you're not gonna see no problems. They're gonna say like, yeah, big deal. But once you go into your late 60s and your 70s, 80s, the mind start falling apart and stuff, it's just like, that's when these heavy metals and this bullshit, stop adding up. I see people that can barely walk every day in the street. I go like, wow. And still, if you say something like, oh no, that's not my food, that's don't touch my food, the Franken food, that's what they call it now. It's a more descriptive adjective, to call them Franken food, with all these stuff that, our body never came in contact with it. Our body was just like, I'm here every day, but we keep putting more and more stuff that it's a miracle. It's a miracle we get to live until our 50s. You know, most people, I guess, they go until their 50s. You know, with aches and pains, but not. But after that, you feel like, wow. And you can see it actually. You can see people like so heavy. People so heavy when they walk. Heavy when, you know, just like they're gonna fall apart. So, you know, I just feel like people very, very heavy. Like you feel like, oh, even to get out, like 3 hours to get out of your chair. I mean, that's not normal. That shit ain't normal. I mean, you know, I'm 56. I was used to seeing people in their 50s, you know, just getting out of their chair. Their late 60s, they just getting out of the chair and go. Now you see people like, you know, even me sometimes, I'm like, wow, just, I fell asleep. So it's a whole lifetime journey. Not only, I was talking this morning, or this afternoon, because I came very late. I wasn't gonna come to the park, but all the trains were stopping on Burnside. I didn't want to wait, you know, for 2 stops. You know, I said like, so I'm thinking I might go to the staircase if I walk very fast. I know it's pushing it, right? It's pushing it at this time. I didn't even tell you, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 p.m. 7:57 p.m. So it's still light, but you know, I mean, it's a big shortcut. You know, I'm there like in no time. I took it like last week when I thought that the thunderstorm was coming. They say, watch out for the thunderstorm. You know, I thought it was like, that's it. I'm gonna go home swimming. This is still recording, right? Because I got this message, you know, my battery saver. Yes, I know it's a battery saver. It's on battery saver. And it always, oh yeah, it says right here, it's still running. This is like the best light. That's why I like to use more the iPod, because the colors are more true to life, I guess, versus this one that it just whitens everything. So I was talking about, you know, my process, my own internal process of decolonization, you know, mental detoxification. And yeah, it's almost 15 years. It's gonna be soon. And then I guess I have to sit down and even before I knew exactly what entailed this process of decolonization. I mean, I've been thinking about it since I was very young. And it's like, well, you know, if most of the stuff that we got today, it's not ours. It was imposed by blood. So it's like, I don't want it. So definitely food is one. I mean, I still see, you know, not only Mexican people, you know, I have a friend of mine, she's in her 80s and she's still running marathons. Indigenous Mexican woman. You know, I find over here in this park, you know, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, South Americans that, you know, in their 60s and 70s, and you wouldn't even know. If they don't tell you, you wouldn't even know, because just the way they move and, you know, they come and go like whatever, you know. They even tell me themselves they forget that they're old. But you gotta remember sometimes, I guess, especially for other people. And I might say like, oh, you don't look it. I mean, I don't look it. I look it. I got wrinkles in the wrinkles. Oh, this phone, they take all the wrinkles too. They blur everything. Without your permission. I mean, like, I gone through the permits. I say, I don't want no beauty cam. I don't want no nothing. I don't want it. But you still come out in the pictures and in the video, you come out flawless. And this is what a lot of historians, they refuse to acknowledge, that most photographers and most studios, they had to enlighten you. They had to enlighten you, right? Because otherwise, people wasn't coming back. They say, no, not that photographer. He put me very, very dark. And God forbid you tell that person, well, your skin is very dark and beautiful. Because they feel like, they want to kill you. They want to kill you if you say something like that, But hell no. I always hear like, I wish I had the same problem that you got. I mean, it's not a problem, but it's just like I say, just something like I have to speak up out about on it. You come out like 6 shades lighter than you are, and that's remarkable, I would say. That's something very peculiar to be like saying, hey, this phone and that phone, all the phones. I mean, Apple is not as shameless as that. I guess they still have a slight thing for accuracy. But I mean, with such fragile egos and personalities that we got now, it's like, oh no, it's a toxic phone, because it make you look darker, make your pictures darker. And like, but it's a whole subject that I wish that it's 2021. This was trending. What is like my process of decolonization look like. So I was talking this morning how we went from the 90s, the 80s and the 90s, and we saw our African American brothers and sisters going back to themselves very beautifully. But I think they just I don't even know. I'll tell you the truth. I'm like, it's like history is something that we are living it every day in and out. And then we don't see like whatever happened to all those dashikis. Whatever happened to their beautiful natural hair? Whatever happened to I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars here that our African American brothers and sisters saving, without, just the makeups. This is not one makeup. It's like you gotta get a foundation to block everything out, like you are Miss Potato Head. They have to paint out the lips, they have to paint out the nose again, they have to, so, and then the concealer, and then highlighter, and then this, and I mean, it's almost a $2 trillion community, just our African American brothers and sisters alone. So I cannot even imagine, I mean, all the money they saved between the 80s and the 90s, when there was a huge movement of, I guess, it was called Afrocentric. Afrocentric, okay, I guess that's a part to describe it, but I've said, life is Afrocentric. In spite of all heroes have been doing to make us, you know, reject and to live a fake life. I was just talking to the acupuncturist, and telling him, wow, this is like, we started talking about my surgeries. I told him, tomorrow I have an appointment with the surgery, my second appointment, to talk about my bottom surgery, and I don't know why it came out. I say, this whole way that we're living is fake. I had to tell him, 99% of the world, they don't live in areas where, everything is paved. It's asphalt, cities. And all the stuff that come in with it, that's so artificial, and we think it's normal just to click and flush everything and never think about it no more. Everything. They have toilet tissue, we have, even our water. We don't have to get our own water now. So that's very strategic. I saw his face was like, I tell you think that's, just a coincidence that they're making our lives so easy, tell them we've seen entire governments, falling because the people decide it was unacceptable to have a shortage of toilet paper. That's how, oh, no toilet paper? Oh my God, it's like whatever, I don't want this government. And he was like, just quiet. I was like, he's playing with whatever he's playing, but I don't know why he kept me around, to tell you the truth. I don't know why he kept me around. It's like, I'm not gonna mince my words and we're living fake. We're living fake. This is not real life. And we got the right to question, why they want us to be so cozy and easy living and, just, flush it and shower 20 times in one day. Right now, you think about it, how many people throughout the whole planet are experiencing shortage of water? Even drinking water? Everywhere people are have to live with oh, we only get water for 3 hours a day. That's it. While we here in the United States, we last week it got a little hot and every block had the fire hydrant going on. I don't know, hundreds of thousands of gallons in one day. That's it. It's even my ex, when he cooking, he leave the water on in the sink, and I go why? He said, oh, I just need it. Nobody need the water being running like that, And just to keep us happy, these humongous cities, which I'm in favor of the cities, the big cities. I think but they should be more conscious, not just for us to have all the water. Oh yeah, because we're 20 million people here, we must get all the water that we must get, and whatever, blah blah blah. So we live easy, breezy life, but we always gotta tell our children to be prepared to. Hey, this can go any minute. This can go any minute. You saw the scam-demic, how it came, and it was nothing that we can grasp. It was not like, oh, this is the enemy, We did not even have the Twin Towers to blame them all on it, on them or whatever, the evildoers. We did not have any evidence, like, well, our business are closed because the slave master want us to be closed. That's why we shut down all the businesses, and why we had, billions of unemployed and underemployed people for over a year. Not one day, you see, that exposed all the freaking bullshit, how all these bosses, they will fight you to death for one day off. Oh no, you cannot take one day off. That's not a paying job. That's not like, this and that, a paying day off. No. it's the whole system will collapse. So guess what? It was not closed for one day or 1 week, not even 1 month. It should still close. Another year and we don't have street festivals. It was supposed to be yesterday. Was it Monday? Was it Monday or Sunday? I forgot. That was the day of the salsa festival downtown. The Loizada festival. As a beautiful festival, they bring live bands and stuff, and the street, you can be, all they had to say, well, take the double space of streets and put the vendors and the stands, put them like 3 in each block. Put them 3 on each block. They could have taken precautions, I know. The African American Day Parade, which is in like mid-September, already being canceled for months. They already canceled it. Everything that is for the people, everything that will benefit, or psychological well-being, to be out, to have a day for the people. No, that's not possible. That's not good. That is whatever. I don't even know what is the reason to do that. It's just very, very colonial. It's just like, they're white and they say so. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, I guess. I was just sitting to see if there was something bouncing off my head, and nothing that cannot wait till tomorrow. God willing, I'll come back tomorrow night or in the morning. I don't know. I don't know what time I'm coming back. Because my appointment is at 11, so if I feel like, well, if it is not too freezing, because at night is freezing. It's freezing in the evenings. I'm like, cannot believe it gets so cold. And during the daytime it's nice, in the 70s. So go figure. So if it ain't too cold, I might come back early in the morning before I go. But most likely, I'll come back after electrolysis, because I have another electrolysis. Can't believe these things keep growing back. I keep zapping them up. I don't know which ones are these, if these are new, whatever, I don't know, but I hope they get them all. I don't want to. We haven't even moved past my face. I had 6 sessions, 7 sessions, 2 hours each, and that's all they do in my face. Wow, my face and my neck. I feel something right here. And I want it gone tomorrow. I gotta tell her that. Yeah, it's good that she lowered it down now because they're much thinner now, but she gotta zap him like 3 times because I still feel like when she pull, I feel a little bit. So TMI, TMI. I just cannot wait to be my face clean and like, oh my god, I cannot wait to like go, because every day I just go like, you know, you wake up, the first thing you do like, okay, how is this mess right here? And you go like, oh god, no, it's not a good day today. Oh my god, especially some people, they have very good eyes. It's like, wow, some people they can see like, you're like, I know people, they say it's not that bad, but you know, it's just like, come on. If I wasn't transsexual, maybe that would be like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, shit happened. You being transsexual, they're like looking for a little bit of something. I mean, they're expecting to see things in certain places. Let's just say that. I want to disappoint them. But I don't think that's gonna happen this summer. Maybe next summer I'll be totally clean. And I just feel these little creatures. Just like, that's how petty we are. A little bizarre, you know. I have my health, right? But I don't know. I want a clean face too. and a clean, completely clean crotch. And I'm not talking about hair. You know, I want to be fully. Yeah, I might take you with me. F it. Well, I just missed the light. So I gotta wait 10 minutes for the next light. Right here in University Avenue and 181st. That light is like, I think I counted the other day, it's like 20 seconds. But hopefully there's no cars. I don't see cars coming out on this side. They're coming on that side. Let me cross this side. Being adventurous. I'm taking the staircase. I hope it's not too crazy. Oh, now they're all coming. Alright, so there's not a lot of traffic right now anyway, so that's good. Just to show you what it's like. All the damn church is useless for nothing. Instead of hosting to or growing homeless population, they didn't do absolutely nothing. Look at that. And they're still building shit. And people happily give them money. But it's like, well, that's another thing. It's just like people don't want to be on their own, and they see the only way to socialize is with the church. You know, I mean, that's the people I have met. The people I have met. I mean, you can ask them too, you know. Ask the people where you met all your friends. I'm talking about people in their 40s and the 50s, like my age, in church. So it's kind of like a perverse kind of system because, people like it because that's where they go see their friends and give them this false sense of security. And the church become like a broker. It broker their relationships with society. And to like, you saw the pajo, humongous pajo. All this is the community college. They ain't got no classes. And they don't know when they're gonna be opening. But one thing is for sure, if you wanna come back to the classrooms, you must be showing proof. 80% proof. No, they want 100% proof. There's still people are riding at this time. I don't know. Because they have classes in the evening. Imagine just cleaning that house. Scary shit. I wouldn't like to be, can you imagine by yourself in those hall rooms, in those hallways? They're open. At least they have lights on. The sacred institutions of learning. Yeah, right. Brainwashing, more like it. I never liked schools. I'm like, oh my god, just to see how huge this shit is. When I was trying to organize, non-white transsexuals only, I got a couple of scholarships to go to these universities. I mean, it was not in the universities, but they used to, I guess, facilitate space, the room, I don't know. I even went one time, I went to Harvard in Boston. That shit was so far away. I'm like, that shit, it looked like anything. This looked much better than Harvard. I mean, the places that I walked. It was so freaking cold. I didn't walk a lot, but you walk around and it's like they have like a whole city for students. It looked like a dumpster to me. Like, this is fucking Harvard, and like people that like they are like always, oh my god, Harvard. That was a dumpster. That shit was a dumpster. But they don't need to do anything. They automatically get their hype. Why is that girl there? I don't know. There's people there. Oh my god. Right. I'm pointing the camera at them. Gosh, sorry. pee already. The Peabody. Oh my god, I'm such an adventurous bitch. Like, only me can come up with these ideas for walking this way to the staircase. Only me. I don't even like the parks because of that. But right now, as you see the way it is right now? The gays love this shit and they go all the way in there. They never come back until, like, you know, you find them weeks later. Oh yeah, that was great. That was great. And they go in there. I guess this one is not as scary, but other parks are very, very scary. I mean, not just because it's New York City, right? Because, I mean, like, I think any park is scary at night. Because that's another loss. That's another realm. The realm of the evening. That's why you don't see a lot of people sleeping over in the park. You don't see a lot of people sleeping over in the park. You know, even the bravest one must be like, okay. Because if you sleep in the park, you're gonna hear and see things you cannot account for. That's another kingdom, another realm that we don't have any, you know. If they like you, they like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. And they say, yeah, most people are like, you know, they will die from a heart attack. They will die from a heart attack than from happening anything. Yeah, maybe. Maybe so. People that get visions in the forest, right? Cutie. Oh, I made it to the winter. I never seen her. I walked here a few times. I never seen anybody with that description. Oh, there's another one over there. Oh, they're all coming out at night. That's smart. Hey, kitty. ¿Cómo estás? Give me my food and go away. This is crazy, you know, like we know we got tons of little cats outside and birds, and like you see in that beautiful park, there's not a single water fountain for the birds. I saw the other day this poor little bird with the open mouth, like, you know, looking for water. And this is not extravagant stuff. This is nothing major, you know, like, oh my god, you're gonna be like investing money, you know, to making a little bit container, you know, water fountain for the birds. Or we can have feeding centers for the kitty cats. Yeah, you can put it like right here on this corner, this coming corner. We can put it out there. And they can come and eat instead of them going for days without any food. Oh my God, everybody's faces look so nasty, everybody. I mean, not nasty that it was like evil or anything, but you know, I like to see people's faces. And let's just say in the last couple of years it's not a good thing. And the craziest part is that they don't want to even attempt to engage in a conversation. New York City used to be like the place to be like, always you're gonna end up talking to somebody. But now most people, they don't. That's one of the many differences. In 15 years. In 15 years. Well, he got some music going on in there, but that's about it. You won't hear music throughout the city like we used to hear. Even 15, 17 years ago. We used to New York City was all about music. Music. It was hard to go a whole block without somebody playing music. Anybody, somebody, they all got their radio blasting or something, you know. Oh my God, those lights. That was a scooter with all those flashlights, and it got good sound. I could hear that he got good sound. So whether you believe or not in astrology, in the zodiac, you know, it's been predicted time of individualism. A lot of individualism. A lot of selfish and that's about it. I mean, just my building, we are like 200 apartments, 200 and something apartments. Not even with this thing that you would say like, hey, you know, we're making a group on the book face, or you know, or we're doing an email chain. Well, I know there's some people in the building, they do have contact. They do that, they do have contact, you know. You know which people I'm talking about. They always do. But anything, any initiative, that's one of the reasons I want to get rid of this managing company, because they are useless. All they've been doing is getting us more debt. They got $1 million loan after they got so much equity. We keep getting equity this, equity that. Where is it? Where is all that equity? we have raised. I mean, I'm there almost 30 years. And now they say, oh, we cannot raise any more equity. It's against the law. So now they're just taking up loans for what? I don't see the $1 million nowhere. And they took it out like a year ago, that loan. Look at this. They took that loan a year ago, right before this scam, pandemic. I mean, and it's just out of self-preservation. We must have communication with our neighbors, not only in the building. In my block, in my neighborhood, we must have communication. But we don't. Is this thing on? Still. I got 10 more minutes. I mean, just for that alone, this management company gotta go. Oh, and I think that I don't think these are well, I guess the minutes they come in from the last meeting. So apparently somebody put glue in their door lock. You know, because they have an office in the building. Obviously, they got an office in the building, and you see just that how childish that is. We don't have any men that they don't know how to be a man and how to go there and oh, you have 15 minutes. Well, we need to talk. This, and that. And if you don't get resolved in 3 or 4 months, go back again. Like, okay, you understand I have to escalate. You understand I have to escalate because, I see there's no relief. There's no, this is not good for us as tenants. We used to be cooperators. No, we used to be stocks. We used to own stocks, and now they took that too. Well, that was like 15 years ago. They took our shares, and now they make it like cooperators. When we're instead of having stock certificates, we're just cooperators. Well, I'm not gonna cooperate with the freaking bullshit. I did not attend the last meeting. They gave a few hours before. They say, oh, we're gonna have a Zoom meeting. I was like, okay, let it pass because I'm not gonna be carrying with the whole. I know a little bit of how group dynamics, right? They're always looking for somebody to do all the dirty work, and then they throw you in the garbage. So I know my building is no exception. I have been outspoken a couple of times. And they go like, oh, I like what you say. Yeah, thank you. You gotta say that. Yeah, good that you say that. Yeah. But they don't do, anything. Oh, you wanna like talk about it? What are your plans? Whatever. I say, this is more group dynamics. Now anybody can know this because now there's internet and you can look it up. And this shit happen everywhere. in church, in whatever. The group dynamics are group dynamics. They mutate accordingly to whatever the setting might be. Look at all these from the church. Across the street is from the church too. They got like 3 buildings right here on 9th Avenue. And the pantry is like, it's a miracle these children are still alive. Look at that. This whole building is from the same church. They should be given organic at this point with so many donations they're getting. I think they do it on purpose. On purpose, they give all these sugar, boxes of sugar that they call cereal, and they call it juice or juice drink. They call it like juice drink. Well, that went very well, going down the staircase and even being here on 9th Avenue, which is a little bit abandoned at this time. This is where our brothers work, washing cars all day since the morning. I'm surprised they left already. I guess there's not a lot of people going out. I guess most usually during the weekend, you know, they go, all the single guys and women, they come to have their cars spotless. You know, if a car will reflect the insides of these people, I mean, that would be great. But it's usually the opposite.